This was a nonpartisan election. However, what we discussed, what we campaigned on was pretty much conservative values. The Hispanic community is no longer worried about having to say, you know what, I have conservative values. I am a Republican.
All right, Republicans celebrating Javier Villalobos' narrow win in McAllen, Texas. It's a nonpartisan mayoral race. Technically, it's a border town with 85% Hispanic majority. This comes as a new op-ed argues more Latinos are saying adios to the Democratic Party. Here to react is CN Plus CEO and big data analytics and Hispanic market expert Lily Jill Valletta. Lily, first off, your reaction to this election?
Well, we're seeing the swing and the shifting demographics at play right here in McAllen, Texas. It is amazing to see what Hispanics are doing to flip seats. But guess what, Brian? That not only happened now in McAllen with Mayor Villalobos, but also happened in the 2020 elections. Even if Trump didn't win the national vote, he still got gains in places, as we know, like Florida and others, that are showing a new trend that both parties must pay attention to.
So, Lily, another thing that comes up, conventional wisdom, the autopsy when Mitt Romney lost was Republicans have to be easier when it comes to illegal immigration because the Hispanic community looks at that as a personal affront. That doesn't seem to be the case.
Absolutely. Again, look at this mayoral race. He was racing on the economy, supporting small businesses. We have been running data analytics and insights for the two last rounds of elections, and immigration never shows up in the top 5. Jobs, the economy, education, healthcare, those are the top issues, which are American issues that driving the Hispanic vote. And we saw it in McAllen, Texas, and was also what helped President Trump win those border towns, which surprised the Democrats, and also secure 48% of those Latino votes in Florida and other places.
There was this other study, this Cultural Tell study, that said in January 2020, positive feelings in the Hispanic community towards Republicans was at 31%. May, 1 month ago, is up to 39%. Negativity has also shot down 7%. This is a good sign for 2022.
That's exactly right. A lot of these elections we're seeing now are a signal of what is to come in 2024. That cultural intel analysis that you mentioned, Brian, it's not a poll. That is analyzing 1.7 million digital discussions of what people say when nobody's asking, and that's measuring sentiment in its most organic and unbiased way. And yes, that has shown an 8-point increase in a post-Trump era amongst Hispanics, which is indicative of something bigger that rises above the personality and the tensions of Trump and the media and all of that, is back to the policy, what our community is looking for in progress, business, opportunity, and living that American dream.
And what about pandering? Pandering to the Hispanic audience doesn't seem to be resonating.
Yes, go back to the top issues. And a lot of things that people don't realize is that, for example, during the presidential elections, even President Trump was outspending the Biden campaign in Spanish language radio and television. So it's not just saying the right thing, but putting the resources, the investment, and the experts to lead that messaging. And this is something that both parties need to earn and invest in beyond the pandering or falling into the stereotypical immigration topics or assuming that you got this vote in the bag. You got to earn it, and the demographics are way too big not to pay attention either in politics or in business.
And this is a border city. As much as you say illegal immigration is not a high mark, it is significant where this mayor race was won. Lily, thanks so much. I appreciate it. We'll stay in touch.
Thank you, Brian.